Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the first information report, also called as FIR in the short, and everything you need to know about FIR, what is your rights as someone who is trying to file a FIR, or what is the responsibilities or duty of a police officer when you're trying to go and file an FIR. So we'll understand this whole concept in more detail. So let us start. First of all, if we try to understand constitutionally or legally what does FIR or what is the definition of FIR. So as such, FIR has not been defined in the Indian Penal Code or the Code of Criminal Procedure Code or any other such existing law as of now in India. However, the concept of FIR is seen in the police regulations or rules that is given under section 154 of the Criminal Procedure Code. This is where the first information report has been mentioned, or from which the concept of FIR has been taken in. Apart from that, so as we discussed, it is the section 154 of the Criminal Procedure Code where we have mention of FIR. So what does section 154 stands out for? What does it tells us? So section 154, it tells that every information that relates to the commission of a cognizable offense, the keyword being is cognizable offense, we'll talk about this later, if given orally to an officer in charge of a police station. That means if someone is going to a police station and want to file a complaint about some cognizable offences that have taken place, in that case, when the complainant is trying to tell the police officer orally all the matter, all the information relating to that case, and then in charge of police station shall actually be reduced to writing by him or under his direction. That means he does not have to understand and hear the complaint orally, but he have to put everything in writing. And also, if he cannot write by himself or he is busy, then he can ask his subordinates to take matter into his their own hands and write the whole information in the given police diary. So basically, if you look at the FIR, it has actually three different elements. The first is that FIR can only be filed if the information given by complainant is regarding to a commission of a cognizable offense. Second is it should be given in writing or orally to the head of the police station. And third, as per the responsibility or duty of the police officer is concerned, whatever information he is receiving from the complainant must be written down and signed by the informant, and its key points should be recorded in the daily diary of the police. Not only that, it's also the responsibility of police officer, and it is also the right of the complainant to take back one copy of the FIR which he or she has filed into the station. So first, let us try to understand that as we discussed, the most important key point is that FIR can only be filed if the offense is cognizable in nature. So let us try to understand what is cognizable and how do we define non-cognizable offenses. So cognizable offenses, again, it has been described in the first schedule of the Criminal Procedure Code, and here it says that in any law or under any law that is currently in force in India, the police officer can make an arrest without a warrant if the offense is of cognizable nature. However, here the difference lies that if offense is recognized to be a non-cognizable in nature, then similarly in the first schedule of CRPC, it also mentions a police officer shall not arrest without warrant. That means he cannot go directly just on the basis of the complainant that what he has filed. You first have to refer the matter to the court, and from court a judge will issue the warrant. After that, the police officer can go and make an arrest with regard to that particular case. So that is the main difference between cognizable and non-cognizable. Simply cognizable, that means arrest can happen without a warrant. Non-cognizable, arrest cannot happen without a warrant. Next, if you try to understand about is the difference between two terms that is generally used in the terms of police parlance is the complaint and FIR. So first of all, any allegation that is made orally or writing not to the police officer but to a magistrate is referred as complainant, while FIR is something that is prepared by the police officer after verifying the facts of the complaint. Second point is that in complaint, when a complaint is made to the magistrate, the complainant actually refers to, he or she can refer to either a known person or unknown person who has committed an offense or who is allegedly is offender. While in FIR, the whole details of the crime and alleged criminals are written down by the police. That means in complaint, it does not include any kind of police report, while FIR is basically a police report. And if complaint is of cognizable in nature, is regarding to the cognizable offense, it is recorded as an FIR. While if complaint is of non-cognizable in nature, the police officer will send the person to the magistrate, and then they'll have to wait for the order of magistrate, who can only guide or direct the police to take certain actions in the non-cognizable offences. So that is the major difference between the term complaint and FIR. There is one other concept that is used, that is something called as zero FIR. Now, zero FIR is something that suppose someone has been robbed of something, or someone has been attacked in any areas, then obviously the person will go to the nearest police station. However, sometimes it happens that alleged offence does not come under the jurisdiction of the given police station where the complainant has went to. So in that case, the police cannot just simply turn away the complainant or turn away the person who has come to file a report. He will have to first mention or first record a zero FIR. Once the whole matter or the whole information from the complainant party is recorded by the police, then a police officer, then further for the investigation of the said case, he has to transfer the matter to the concerned jurisdiction or concerned police station in which jurisdiction the crime actually has happened. And once this matter is transferred to the next police station or the actual police station in which jurisdiction the area lies, then the police that police officer in that station cannot function, cannot work on the basis of first FIR or on the basis of zero FIR. Then they will have to register a fresh FIR, and on the basis of that, the case further moves on, the police takes further actions. So that is the whole concept of zero FIR, and after zero FIR, we have the first information report, that is the first FIR. However, many times in India especially, when people are not aware of their rights, and police officers are also not very caring about their duties and responsibility, there are many cases which keep coming in media and every now and then, when police has actually, especially if it concerns the cases of someone who is accused, when some accused is belonging to some powerful political parties or some powerful politician. In that case, police is not very reluctant to report an FIR. In that case, what are the rights and what are the redressal of grievances for the normal citizens? So this has been mentioned in section 154 subsection 3 of Criminal Procedure Code, that if officer in charge of police station refuses to register FIR, whatsoever is the reason given behind, then the complainant have right that he can approach the superintendent of police, that is SP, or deputy commissioner of police, DCP of the said regions, and then taking the matter into cognizance, the SP and DCP has the authority that he can refer the whole case to be investigated. Either he can investigate by himself, or he can also direct the investigation by his subordinates to take into to further proceed regarding the negligence shown at the police station by the police officers. So that is one of the way of grievance redressal. Not only that, the section 156 subsection 3 of Criminal Procedure Code also mentions an alternative, where suppose if police or if complainant is not able to get required redressal from the police department, in that case he or she can also approach the concerned court of the given region, of the given state, and then in that matter the concerned court, especially if the complaint has been regarded related to the cognizable offence, then the court can direct the police to take matter into their own hand to start proceedings, and also can fine or take actions on the police officers if they have found to be lax in their duty. So these are two ways how a normal citizen can redress their grievances in the police station. Now, what happens if or once a FIR has been filed in the police station? So first of all, police, if it is cognizable offence, they will go and involved in the collection of evidences. This collection of evidences can be in several ways. Either it can be a statement of witnesses, or it can be collection of scientific samples, or it can be collection of documents or everything like this. And based on this, if evidence are collected, the arrest can be made by the police officer in that particular case. However, two situations are there that can arise. First situation is that if sufficient evidence is available, in that case, the police officer actually file a charge sheet and a final report file a charge sheet, and after, on the basis of this charge sheet, the accused is taken to custody and then is produced to the court, where the court takes appropriate decisions or give appropriate verdict in the particular matter. However, the second case arises if police went, investigated the matter, investigated the case. However, they are not able to find sufficient evidence regarding to accuse someone or to arrest someone. In that case, a final report is prepared by the police officer, where they mention that no evidence was found, and this report is also to be filed in court. So basically what you have to keep in mind, that whether it does not matter whether evidence was sufficient or evidence was not sufficient, whatever the outcome of the investigation is there, the police has to file both outcomes, positive and negative, in the respected court. Apart from that, one more case is there, that suppose if no offense has been taken place, if some complainant has filed FIR, but on the further investigation has found that it has been a false FIR, or it has been false complaint, in that case police will file a cancellation report of the FIR. That means FIR stands to be cancelled. However, if actually the offense has taken place, but when the police went to make an arrest, the accused was absconding, as accused could not be found, in that case police has to file a report that is called as untraced report, and on basis of this untraced report they further will issue notifications, and also can take certain actions, certain decisions by it, where they will try to find the accused person who is absconding. So that is all about the concept of FIR, first information report in brief. I hope you understood that what are the rights of a person or a citizen of India in the case of FIR, and what is also the duty and responsibilities of the police officer if someone is trying or want to file an FIR. That is all for today. We'll come again soon with another interesting topic. Till then, take care. Thank you very much.